Hi friends, in the last videos we covered very clearly what is the difference between checked exception, unchecked exception, exception hierarchy, default exception handling in Java, next runtime stack mechanism, next general introduction to exception handling. Up to this we covered all these things, right? So now whatever we covered, just the theoretical things. So you may feel bored, you may not get that much interest but the next things what I'm going to discuss are very interesting things, because programmatic exception handling we are going to start. So now I have to talk about what is a try, what is the catch block, what is the purpose of finally block. So next throw keyword, throws keyword, like all the things, very interesting things we are going to discuss. So it's a good news for you, right? Okay, well. Next, what is the next topic we have to discuss? Sir, customized exception handling by using try catch. Customized exception handling by using try catch, right? What is the how you can use a try? Which code we have to take inside try block? Which code we have to take inside catch block? All these things you people should get very clearly, right? So now let me go for a small example. Without a try catch, what problem we are facing? So to overcome this problem, how you can use a try catch? Just have a look once. I don't know, sir, try catch. Without try catch, sir. Sir, very simple example I'm taking. Class test, public static void main method I'm taking, string array args. Public static void main string array args. Now system.out.println SOP here just I'm taking system.out.println statement 1 I'm taking, sir. Statement 1. Next system.out.println 10 by 0 system.out.println statement 3 I'm taking, sir. Statement 3, that's all. So I don't know exception handling, I don't know try catch, that's why I didn't use like this, right? I didn't use. Can you please tell what is the output we are going to get? What is the output we are going to get if I execute this code? Is it normal termination or is it abnormal termination? Very simple. So if I execute this code, statement 1 will be printed normally. But while executing this line, SOP of 10 by 0, arithmetic exception will be raised. But there is no handling code. You are not having any handling code. Immediately, the program will be terminated here only. Are you getting? The program will be terminated here only. Runtime exception, arithmetic exception, division by 0, like this, right? Sir, this is abnormal termination. The program stopped in the middle only. That's why I can use the word, this one is abnormal termination, right? Sir, abnormal termination never recommended. It is highly recommended to handle exceptions, right? Sir, why it is not recommended? Very simple. Because of abnormal termination, we may miss something, we may lose something, we may block our resources. That's why abnormal termination is a non-graceful termination, which is never be recommended. In the last videos I explained very clearly, sir. Of course, here observe. Suppose assume that sir, this code is first line open DB connection. Assume the first line open DB connection. Second line SOP of 10 by 0. Of course, here second line read the data from DB. Third one, sir, okay, close DB connection. Connection like this, right? Observe carefully. So what is the first line? Assume open database connection. Next, the second line, sir, read the data from database. Third one, close DB connection, right? Sir, I open database connection successfully, but while reading data from the database, assume that I got SQL exception. Assume that I got SQL exception. While reading data from the database, I'm getting SQL exception, but you didn't handle, the program will be terminated here only. If the program terminated here, who is going to close the DB connection? No one is going to close. No one is going to close the DB connection. That's why, okay? So one database connection will be wasted in this abnormal termination. So because of abnormal termination, we may block some resources, we may miss something, we may lose something. That's why never recommended abnormal termination. Highly recommended, compulsory we should handle exceptions, right? Is it clear for all of you, right? So is it a normal termination or abnormal termination? Abnormal termination. Is it graceful termination? Non-graceful termination. Non-graceful, because we are missing something. Non-graceful termination, right? Okay, same example with exception handling I want to discuss, so that you people can feel more comfortable, right? Okay, here with the exception handling means with the try catch. Are you getting? With the try catch. Observe carefully, sir. With the try catch. Now, do you know, in this total code, which code may raise an exception? Yet line number 1 or line number 2 or line number 3? Can you please confirm? Which code may raise an exception? May raise an exception? Sir, line number 1, I mean statement 1, or this one or this one. So this line, okay, this line may raise the problem. The code which may raise an exception, that code is called risky code. Are you getting? The code which may raise an exception, that code is called what? Risky code. That risky code we have to take inside the try block. Are you getting that? That risky code where we have to take, sir? Inside the try block we have to take risky code. Observe a bit very carefully about this one, sir. Here try block I'm taking. Here just I'm taking try block. Within the try block, here risky code I'm taking, sir. What is the code I'm taking? Risky code I'm taking inside a try block. Is it clear for all of you, right? So the code which may raise an exception, that code is by default considered as risky code. That risky code we have to take inside a try block. Clear for all of you? Next, in this risky code, if any exception raised, where we have to take corresponding handling code inside catch block. Are you getting? Where we require to take corresponding handling code inside catch block. Here some catch exception. Here we have to write handling code. Here we require to write which code, sir? Handling code. Observe very carefully, sir. So the code which may raise an exception, that code is called risky code, but not whiskey code. Whiskey is also risky only, right? Okay, risky code. Inside the risky code, if an exception raised, then immediately corresponding catch block is going to handle, and once I handle, remaining code will be continued normally. Remember this one, sir. So how to use a try block, how to use a catch block, you people should be aware. So inside try block, which code we are going to take? Risky code. The code which may raise an exception, risky code we have to take inside try block. The corresponding handling code we have to take inside catch block, right? Okay, same program with the try catch, sir, exception handling code, what I have to take? Observe carefully. Here I'm taking class test, public static void main method, public static void main method, string array args. Okay, string array args. Now SOP of statement 1, it is not risky code. SOP of statement 1, it is not risky code. That's why take normally. System.out.println statement 1 take normally. But SOP 10/0 is the risky code. Maybe a chance to raise arithmetic exception. That's why here try block I'm taking. Inside the try block, risky code I'm taking. System.out.println 10/0. Try block SOP of 10/0. Now, sir, catch block. Here I'm taking catch block. Catch, sir, if arithmetic exception raised, because here in this risky code, which exception there is a possibility? Arithmetic exception. Because being a programmer, you know this code, what type of problems may be a chance to rise, what type of exceptions may be a chance to rise. You should aware catch, arithmetic exception. Catch, arithmetic exception is. So while executing this code, if any exception is coming, if any problem is coming, can you please execute this alternative code? Alternative code handling code is nothing but SOPR 10 by 2. Regarding is nothing but SOPR 10 by 2. Try catch block. After that, here now the remaining SOPR statement 3 we have to take. SOPR statement 3 we require to take, sir. Now observe the flow. Sir, is it normal termination or abnormal termination? Have a look once. Sir, statement 1. So what is the output we are going to get? Statement 1, sir. 1. Sir, now while executing this one, arithmetic exception rises, immediately the control will comes to catch block. Regarding immediately, the control will comes to catch block, right? Sir, now in SOP of 10 by 2 means 5, sir. 10 by 2 means 5. After that, sir, exception rises, handle. Now remaining code will be continued normally. That's why SOPR, sir, statement 3 will be printed. Can you please tell, is it normal termination or abnormal termination? Normal termination. Even though something goes wrong, we handled that by using catch block. It is a normal termination. Normal termination. It is the graceful termination. I can use the word, it is a graceful termination. We are not going to miss anything, sir. This is the way how you can handle exceptions by using try catch. Is it very clear for all of you? So inside try block, which code we have to take? Risky code. The code which may raise an exception, that code we have to take inside a try block. The corresponding handling code where we have to take inside catch block, sir. Okay. So once handled, then rest of the code will be continued normally. This is the way how to use try catch. The first 2 keywords in Java exception handling is sir, this what you people should aware, sir. Sir, now let me execute this total scenario. Have a look once, sir. I'm taking a simple example. Here a simple example I'm taking, sir. Observe carefully, right? Yeah. A simple example. Here I'm taking just observe statement 1. Here this is the statement 1 I'm taking, sir. Next here this is the statement 2. Statement 3 I'm taking like this. Can you please tell, is it normal termination or abnormal termination? Obviously this one is abnormal termination. What is the reason for that? What is the reason for that? Because you didn't write any try catch blocks yet this line, arithmetic exception will be raised, terminated abnormally without executing third line. Okay, have a look once. Have a look. What is the answer? By default you are going to get here is, sir, observe carefully. Java C test.java Java test. Observe statement 1 executed and then abnormal termination. Are you getting where is the statement 3? Statement 1 executed and then abnormal termination. Arithmetic exception division by 0. So it is a non-graceful termination, never be recommended. We should handle. That's why what I have to take is, sir, in this total code, in this total code, which code is the risky code, sir? In this total 3 lines, sir, this code is the risky code. What is the reason for that? This code may raise an exception. That's why it is called a risky code, right? Okay. Now Java's here this risky code we have to take inside a try block, sir. Just observe a bit very carefully, sir. We are taking inside try block. Next handling code where we have to take, sir, inside catch block. Okay. Now arithmetic exception. If arithmetic exception is going to come, now instead of this line, can you please perform, can you please execute alternative line? Regarding, can you please execute alternative line? Next, statement 3 will be executed, right? Sir, observe. So here statement 1 will be executed normally. Sir, while executing this line, if arithmetic exception rises, immediately the control will comes to catch block. Sir, after completing catch block, remaining code will be executed normally. That's why it is a normal termination, graceful termination. We are not going to miss anything. Let me execute this code. Observe carefully, sir. Here the code compiles fine. And then if I'm trying to execute statement 1, statement 5, statement 3, no exception, no abnormal termination. That's all. So everyone can able to understand how to use customized exception handling, how you can implement customized exception handling by using try catch. Inside try, which code we have to take? Please respond. Inside the try, which code we have to take? Sir, risky code we have to take. The code which may raise an exception, risky code we have to take. Inside catch block, which code we require to take, sir? Inside catch block, corresponding handling code we have to take. Inside try, if an exception rises, immediately catch block is going to get in the chance. So after completing catch block, remaining code will be executed normally. It is the normal termination. Clear, friends?